A comprehensive new study has found a troubling link between alcohol and breast cancer. The researchers say that older women who drink as little as half a glass of wine a day may increase their breast cancer risk. Our ABC News medical editor, Dr. Tim Johnson, has more from Boston. And Tim, this is a huge study out of the University of Chicago, more than 184,000 postmenopausal women. Tell us more about it.
Well, when they looked at these women and followed them for the development of breast cancer, they found that in the group that had the most common form of breast cancer, that's the kind that has both estrogen and progestin receptors that are positive, that indeed there was this link between alcohol consumption. To put it in a kind of a down-to-earth way, we can put up this little chart that says if the women drank less than a drink a day, an average-sized drink, their risk was increased by only 7%. But if they drank 1 to 2 drinks a day, the risk went up to about 32%. 3 or more drinks a day, the risk went up to 51%. So obviously there's sort of a straight-line relationship here. Now, this modest amount, less than a drink a day, really does not increase the risk very much. And we know that we recommend modest amounts of alcohol to help prevent heart disease. So I think people who drink truly less than a drink a day should not worry about the risk of breast cancer in the case of women and should take some comfort. But when you get beyond that amount, it's time to start worrying about possibly increasing your risk for breast cancer.
Tim, does it matter the type of alcohol you consume?
No, it didn't. Any kind of alcohol would do the trick, so to speak, unfortunately. And Robin, I also want to point out that women who don't drink at all should not conclude that they're not at risk for breast cancer and think that they can relax. All women, by virtue of simply being women, are at risk. But if you want to look at one factor you can have some control over, this is one you should pay attention to.
And there's a new study out, a much smaller study about a possible vaccine?
Yes, some researchers looked at a particular aggressive form of breast cancer that is known as HER2 positive cancer. These women have typically more aggressive forms of breast cancer, and they use a snippet of the HER2 protein to act as a vaccine, that is to stimulate the immune system as a form of treatment. This is not prevention. And they found, they think, some reduction in the death rate, but it was a very small study, followed for a very short period of time. All the experts we talked to said it's way too early to tell if this really is going to mean anything.
But very promising, and something that you counseled me on. African American women tend to have a more aggressive form of breast cancer, but there's new research out perhaps explaining why that's the case?
What the researchers found is that there are about 65 genes related to breast cancer that express themselves differently in African American women versus white women. A possible explanation for what we've known for a long time, that cancer can be much more aggressive overall in African American women.
All right, Tim, thank you so much for the information. Appreciate that.
In a flash, be the first to know what's coming up on Good Morning America tomorrow with the GMA Daily Flash email. All the great insider details you want to know from GMA. Go to abcnews.com, click the GMA page, and sign up for the Daily Flash. And you can even enter to win the weekly GMA Flash gift bag giveaway. Sign up now.